So this is an unusual situation. This is a junk removal. So Colton, why you gotta be tall? I don't look up to many people now. And then you're standing on this big hill right here.
Sir, I try.
Okay, so what are we doing here? What is this whole job?
So we're just trying to clean up. So there's some wood, concrete piles, and then we have this boat, and then looks like one box up there and two boxes back here. These came off of like box trucks.
Okay.
So just the box portion of it, and then one completely entangled school bus in the back.
Oh, I see the school bus. So let me ask you a question. Is there anything in those?
There's some trash, like old metal, and just nothing good.
So what do you think this guy did? What do you think he was using them for?
I think he had, so up there's a extensive garage, so I think he had a lot of cars, and he worked on cars and things like that. Probably just a whole lot of stuff.
Need a place to keep stuff?
Yes, sir.
So that garage is very unique, so you guys should film that as you go out. So turn around and show them. We got our 40-yard dumpster here. We got our small excavator, which makes it easy to get in and out of places. It would be hard to get the big machine back in here without doing some damage to their driveway and that. So this right here, you might look at this and see nothing but a piece of junk. But Colton just happens to be a boat mechanic as well. He's a marine mechanic. So he's looking at this outdrive, and he looked the outdrive up, and that outdrive could be worth $1,200. So this is where we're going to do something a little different. Normally you would just rip this boat apart. We're not going to do that. We're going to take the boat, the trailer, and take it back to the shop, and then we'll cut the transom and we'll free this up, and then we'll put it on a pallet and we'll put it on eBay. The other thing is, if you look at the frame, okay, we're looking at the hub. That hub's rusted pretty bad, so it might be hard to get that off. Good possibility that you put some vice grips on there, you can get it off, and in which case the axle will still be good. But with or without the axle, this trailer, we sell them all the time. It could be $400, $500, $1,000. It just depends. Depends on how far we take it. So if we want to update the lights and go ahead and change the wheels out, trailers are just very simple. I've sold probably in 17 years, I probably sold 200 of them. I've sold a lot of them, okay? Get them a lot. Because you go and you pick up a boat like this happens all the time. You get rid of the boat, you take some boat parts and sell them on eBay, and then you get rid of the trailer. So, and it's profitable. So for a junk removal situation, that's very good. Let's go back and check these out and see what we're getting into. You bring your bug spray?
You're gonna need it.
So you got one bus here and then you got another one way back there?
No, there's just the bus and these two old boxes off the truck.
Okay. All right, so these boxes are shot. So I did a junk removal in North Carolina once where I got 70 tractor trailers full of electrical equipment, and I scrapped everything out. I scrapped the copper, I scrapped the aluminum lights, everything in. I laid everything out in piles. I took the forklift, lifted them up, opened the doors up, lifted them up, and dumped them out.
Yes, sir.
And then did all the scrap, and then had a tow truck come and drag the trailers to the scrap yard. It was quite a thing. The first day I walked in there, I made $7,000 the first day, $7,000. Then I had a plan. I made $7,000. Then I got on Craigslist and I bought an old Disney World truck that had a big bed on it.
Yes, sir. And
you might see on our site, one of our old videos is that truck I bought for I think it was $7,000 or $9,000. It was $9,000, and I learned a lesson because it only had like 20,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know to check the reading, the hour reader.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It blew up way earlier than it should have on the side of the road. So we look it up. It had like 30 years of use of sitting on the motor. I mean, not 30 years. It had some ungodly number of hours on it, but it must have just been sitting and running the whole time to run the air conditioning because it was at Disney World.
Yep.
The coolest thing about the truck is it had, it was a dump, and it had a lift, and the lift spun out this way so you could dump it, and it had rails, and you could do so many different things with it, and low miles, supposedly. So anyway, what I'm saying about this is they made me get the wood off the floors of them to get the full value of the trailers. So in this case, I don't know that there's enough of that left to matter. So you'll just take what will you do with this?
I'm gonna try to pull some scrap out of it, hopefully, because we got the bus to scrap, we got these two. I mean, there's the frame on this one looks better, maybe, than that one, and there's maybe some aluminum on the side. So anything we can pick out, if it'll just hold together a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what, on those, what I suggest you do is just fold them up.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it. It's not worth the separating it. The little bit of money you're going to get in different, it's not worth the effort.
Yeah.
So if you can fold them up and get them into the dumpster, that's what I would do with it. So is there anything in this one?
I don't think there's anything of substance.
Disgusting. Yeah, that's probably was at one point worth some money. These this old plastic stuff, mid-century plastic, is worth some money. That one, it's in too bad a condition. All right, so let's go check these buses out.
All right. So
these, you're just going to fold them up then?
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't fight me too much. That's what I'm hoping.
Dude, I bet you could fold these up with no problem at all.
That's what I'm hoping.
Now getting them fold up into a position that you can get them in that dumpster, now that's a whole different thing. You got the skills to do it if anybody does. So what do you think? You think this thing will start up?
I mean, you can hop in there. I don't know. It might need an access.
All right, so the tires, you just bring them back to the shop, and we'll end up taking them when we get enough of them. We'll take them up to Buckingham.
There's some rims in there.
Yeah. Well, they might even be vintage rims if he was a car collector. So what do you think, Colton? What do you think about this? You think these are? So these are.
I have no idea. What is that?
These are rusted. I think it's an Impala, maybe.
There's one Thunderbird cover.
Yeah, these are ate up though. They're rusted up. You can't be used. Pretty cool. Vintage something. Gotta be careful not to fall through the floor here. These rims though, bring them back separate. Actually no, those are just regular rims. They're steel. So the rims are worth nothing. So somebody was getting ready to do something because it's a lot of work to take all these chairs out of here. Maybe he used this to pull stuff and pick stuff up.
Good storage. I mean, after all these years, it's not leaking.
What do you think about Mike there sticking his head through the window? That would have been the coolest part on the school bus, right? Back of the school bus and no back window. So at my weight, I don't know how much of this I want to traverse, but there's no motor in it. No. So what are you going to do with this one, Colton?
Hopefully it folds up to some extent. I hope.
So it's so old, it doesn't have to have a title when they're this old.
Yeah.
So basically getting it folded up will be good just because you can get it in. I bet it'll fold up pretty good.
That's what I'm hoping, yeah. I mean, these are aluminum.
It's going to be fun. So what about, wasn't there another boat here?
Nope, that's it. That's all.
That's it, one
Unless
boat?
they already got one out. I'm not sure. I think they already did some cleanup here.
Yeah, somebody cleaned out the garage itself. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and get out of here then. So this is us on a demolition venture. This is a ultimate junk removal because you need equipment to do the junk removal. And we're going to clean up this mess here. Is he going to have you go through here and see what else is in the weeds?
As far as the scope of work I got, it was just
get this stuff and go.
That box up there wasn't even included, so I got to ask about that. because he only told me about these two, the bus and the boat. And
all right.
The pile of wood up there in the pile.
So what do you think? You think this is something we can do in one day?
I hope so.
Think so. You don't know.
I hope so.
Well, the thing about this is it's probably going to come apart from the frame fairly easily.
Yes, sir.
And then you should be able to fold it in.
That's what I'm hoping.
If, I don't know. Old stuff sometimes is made very good.
81 back, so it's pretty old.
1981, yep.
Yeah.
That's back when I got out of high school. Actually, 1982. All right, let's go check this out. So as far as goodies out of this one, probably the only thing is going to be that trailer and that drive.
Yes, sir. It looks that way. The motor's no good for sure.
So you're going to have some fun and drop the ball on some of this?
I hope I don't have to do anything like that.
You just hope it's going to fold up, no problem at all.
So if not, we'll cut it. That'll be that.
So this is a really unique looking barn. When you see the barn and you coming in, he's got it kind of made up like you might see at Disney World or someplace. So Talon wasn't aware of this one?
It wasn't in the scope. I mean, I would assume we'd be getting it. I would think so.
Yeah. That one looks a little sturdier.
Flatter.
Wonder if the roof's leaking.
It's an aluminum roof, so it should be good.
We might want to make that as part of our little stuff at the shop. I don't know.
That's pretty rough.
That is pretty rough. Hey, I'm a scavenger though, you know. All right, so you got that one too. So that one's going to be a little bit more of a chore to fold up. Although if you can rip this back end off, then you're just going to have the aluminum sides. I think you'll be able to rip it right apart.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get it one way or the other.
All right, so let's go take a look at this. Let's go in here and check this out. So this was full of junk. So they had a junk removal company come and get the stuff that was in here. I'm with Colton. I'm pretty sure this guy had some sort of a car collection, mainly because he's got all these different doors to get in and out of here. And that indicates that he probably had cars in different stages of being repaired, and you need to be able to get them out without moving everything all the way out in the front. So yeah, this is sturdy. It works. It survived some hurricanes.
Yeah. I mean, it looks pretty good.
The pool on this place looks bad. This is a realtor job. So this is probably part of a sale. So the realtor is the one that referred us, one of the realtors we've been doing business with for a long time. So the front of this building, it's really cute. Isn't that nice? Very cool. So, and then we were noticing, Colton picked up on this pool is messed up. So the pool looks, the deck on the pool is really bad.
Yeah, it's coming.
The pool itself looks like it's intact, it's holding water.
Yeah.
So the deck needs to be coming off of this. So this is probably somebody's fixer-upper that they just bought. So this is an unusual situation. This is a junk removal for us. It's basically, you see Colton over here scratching his arms.
Yeah.
I got the same thing going on, all the bugs getting us. So this is a really deep lot. It's kind of a rural-ish area of Naples. This is south of Naples. It's closer to the Everglades, more or less. So there's some water behind here. So I don't know if it's swampland or if it's a Gulf access canal or whatever. I don't know. It's pretty overgrown. So they're getting a boat. They're getting 3 different boxes off of big box trucks, and then they're getting a school bus out of there. And so Colton's going to try to fold all this stuff up, put it into our dump trailer, and we'll run it right down the street here to the Naples TMR site. So this guy here, he's creative. He made his barn look kind of like a movie set. It was kind of fun. So it's Remove Pros Demolition. We have a book coming out on junk removal. The book will be out here very shortly. We also have a course that we're putting out on how to do junk removal, how we did it, and how we're doing it now, and then using the resale part of the junk removal and recycling part of junk removal to make a living.
So originally with the bus, what we wanted to do was try to move it to the front and put it on a trailer as a whole. But looking at it, it's a lot more destroyed. It doesn't have any axles underneath of it. It's incomplete, it's rusted out. So it's probably just gonna come apart. And when it comes apart, I'm gonna try to get the box portion of it and just maybe try to wad that up and try to put it in a dumpster or something like that, and then try to deal with the frame separate. Not sure if we'll be able to fold it up or if we'll have to cut it or something like that. But one way or the other, we'll get the whole thing put in a dumpster and we'll get it hauled away.
All right, man, so look at how powerful that little machine is. That's literally moving around that big old bus. It's pretty cool. And the bus, you know, you get a certain amount of rust and stuff like that in all the right spots, and you know, he's just trying to drag that out into the yard in one piece so he doesn't have to make so many trips. And this thing is it's just coming apart. So that right there, what we ended up doing by the time we got done with this job, the way they work it with the local metal place is they only give you like half value of the value of the metal, because they have to take it from Naples up to their main yard in Fort Myers. So it's a convenience thing, and so many people are so rich in Naples, nobody gives a crap. So we're taking this to that location, and so he's going to fold all this up and put it into a big pile, and then he'll drag it out and put it into that 40-yard dumpster. And would you have ever thought that that was going to come apart like that? Now, I've done a lot of them, so you never know. I mean, sometimes you'll grab a hold of something like that and you can't get it apart, you know? You just never know what you're getting into. In this case, it's just rusted up enough. It looked pretty much intact. It probably would have held up decent for a hillbilly shed for a while, depending on, you know, I don't know what we're going to store in it. It actually, I don't know if it was watertight. It wasn't watertight because that window was out. So here we are. We're backing up this 40-yard dumpster. That's Mr. Mike Lara right there, and he's been with us for a long time. He's a good guy. You might have seen him on the Margaritaville video we did recently. So look at that big old bus is just reduced to that and fits right inside of that pretty good. So he's going to get a lot of stuff. So the total amount that we ended up getting from all of this ended up being $1,800, and that's at 50% value, again, because of the way they do this. So that's your bus frame. So what he's doing here is he wants that thing to fit inside the dumpster, so he's got to kind of fold it up. So he's trying to force it and bend it so that it'll fit inside of that 40-yard dumpster and not hang out. If it hangs out, what happens is we can't get the tarp over it. If you don't get the tarp over it and you hit somebody's car with debris or whatever, you got a problem. So he's folding it up. Again, these machines are amazing, and they're very, very, very strong. That little machine, I mean, it's littler than the other ones that we have. It's not really that little, but extremely powerful. So that's an axle. The last thing was a frame, and they really don't want the tires and stuff like that, but the way it works is it's about the 90% rule. As long as 90% of the stuff you have in the load is metal, then they'll take it.
Do you think these Connex boxes and trucks are going to be easier than the school bus?
They should be easier. So originally we they kind of thought they were trailers, but really they're boxes off of box trucks. So those don't have a lot of framing inside of them because the truck was the frame, so they just sat on the frame. So there's not a whole lot to them, so they should come apart really easy.
Nice. Anything you're looking to separate out of these piles?
If we can, we'll try to get the aluminum, which is the sides, the roof, and kind of the structural supports. We'll try to get it separate, and then the bottom will be the steel, so it'll go with all the other steel that we get off like the bus and you know, random stuff laying around and everything like that.
These are the boxes from the box truck. It's amazing when you tear one of these apart to think that they would be carrying around, you know, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 worth of material and be so flimsy and so come apart so easily. So the sides on this one, that is aluminum, so he's getting the aluminum separated. Fortunately, this is moving pretty quick, and him doing that is going to be beneficial because they'll pay us on sheet aluminum, which is more money than they're going to pay you, like the 5 cents that they're going to pay you for shreds. What shreds are things that come that have different things on them that end up going through the shredding machine together like a car. Like you'll have the cushions and you'll have the steering wheel, you'll have the tires, all that kind of stuff. That is all mulched up and they call that shreds. That's the lowest number that they give you at a scrapyard. So basically it's just regular metal all mixed up is basically what it is. So if you're doing a 30-yard dumpster full of this stuff, again, you can have about 10% of it be something other than metal, and they'll put up with that. If you get beyond that, then they'll do a reduction. So basically what's going to end up happening here is they're going to have an aluminum load, which is what they're loading up right now. They'll have regular shreds load, which is mixed metal, which is basically the bus, and then each one of these has a different value to it.
So, Movie Pros here. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you.
We're dragging the boat up onto the trailer. The reason we're doing that is we're going to fix the frame. We'll put wheels on this and we'll sell it. You can buy them like from Walmart. They're not going to be that expensive. That outdrive, the way he's dragging it right there, shouldn't really hurt it, but we might have to revisit whether we're going to pull that apart or not. And those outdrives are they're pretty freaking durable. So he's pulling it up using the chain and the excavator, just trying to get it up onto the trailer. And we do a lot of recycling. In this case, a lot of people would not have done that. They'd have just folded that boat up and thrown it away, complete and total. But we're scavengers and we just don't want to take perfectly good stuff and take it to the dump. That's Kenny. So Talon would have called Kenny and said, "Hey, Kenny, come down here. Go pick up that boat for Colton." What Kenny does is he'll deliver equipment for us, and let's say you've got a demo hammer and you're on a high rise and the demo hammer goes out, he'll bring you another demo hammer. Let's say you're being a knucklehead, you forgot to bring something with you to the job, Kenny will bring it to you. We also use him to go pick stuff up, pick up parts for the trucks and for the equipment when we need parts. So he's kind of like our main runaround guy. He knows how to pull trailers and knows how to pull equipment. If they need a lift on one of the jobs, he doesn't use this trailer, he uses a different trailer, and he'll bring you the lift. So basically, the little bit of struggle we're doing here, now the boat's moving up without the trailer. He's probably gonna have to pull it again. So it's always easier just to crunch it all up. There's way more money in this business if you take the things that are worth something and do something with them. It's definitely more worthwhile. Plus, you know, from a sustainability standpoint, there's a lot of reasons to recycle everything. Look at the tree growing out of that. We have another video early on when we first started doing this of a boat driving down the street with a tree flapping in the wind, hanging out of the boat. Now that boat, we ended up, we sold the motor for like $400. We sold the frame for $1,200, and then we crushed up the boat and put it into a trailer. So here he is pulling that whole thing up, short-chaining it a little bit. A lot of struggle to get that boat up on there. Wow. Colton's got a lot of skills. You know, we don't do stuff like this very often. He's just figuring it out as he goes. And that trailer, the wheels might be wider than the trailer. So, and again, we're trying to do this and not damage our trailer. So they'll strap that baby down and bring her back to the shop. Again, we're going to take off the out drive on this. And the out drive on this, when we looked it up, were $1,200. So if it didn't get damaged from the way we just pulled that up there, we'll put that on and sell it. So he's gonna drop this down, strap it up, and off to the shop. We got a Bobcat at the shop, and we'll just lift it up and put it on the ground. This is Thursday, and we have our meetings at the shop, and I'm going to go there and speak to everybody and talk to them about safety and things that we want them to do. So that's it. Remove It Pros Demolition. We got a junk removal book coming out. This is a prime example of a junk removal where you can make some money. You're making money coming and going instead of just making money, and you're also recycling and doing doing the world a favor. If you have any demolition work you need done, you're in our Southwest Florida area, anywhere from Bradenton all the way down to Marco Island. It's 239-333-7678 or 941-271-0000. www.removeitpros.com. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe and leave us a like.